Okay, we are here doing the lateral inspection of the property at 4762 Byron Circle in Irving, Texas. And we are doing the inspection at the front of the property. And there are two cleanouts, one here and one up here. One that's further from the property goes under the slab. The one that's close to the property goes out to the curb. So we'll start with the lateral inspection on the outer cleanout that goes under the property. So what we do here first is we go to the bottom of the cleanout, and then we will zero this out so you can see that cleanout drop. The cleanout drop is 4 feet 11 inches, so almost 5 feet. And then we will zero this out. So now we're only working on the lateral portion of the line as far as looking at it. So let's see what we have here. So we enter the line, it's all PVC. All of this looks right. So this has a good weld on it. This looks right. We go into a little bit of water at the base here. Let's see what we got. Let's see if this is just a base drop at the line. Okay, so it's a little bit of a belly actually right here, a low spot at the cleanout, and just 2 feet moving what looks like under the driveway. So I'm gonna pull this back and give us a starting point here on how far this water runs. Yeah, it's right at the base of the cleanout. So we'll just put on here, we'll say base, and then we'll say 2. So then if we look at this at the base of the cleanout and move down the line, we're still completely underwater right here. This is about, yeah, that was full under all the way to 2 inch to 1 inch to none. So to about, let's see where that slope starts. So that slope probably starts right there. So 5 feet 5 inches. So from the base to 5 feet 5 inches, which is basically where we are now, that is underwater. So I think what ends up happening on these sometimes is where the cleanout is sometimes drops, but this is a little odd because it's 5 foot drop. There's 5 foot run of drop, not just 2 feet of drop. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, so from the base of the cleanout to 5 feet 5 inches, there's water in the line. So let's keep moving and see. So this is all PVC. This actually looks like it's in pretty good condition. Normally good condition is a slope pitch right here at half the line. So you can see at some point, so this side looks okay, but you can see at some point the water has filled up all the way up here. So it looks like probably at that belly when it backs up, there's water like all the way up into here. So you can see the water table. Because normally what you would see is just a water table like this and a water table like this. And that would be at the proper pitch, which on this line is 1/4 inch per foot. It can be 1/8 of an inch per foot in the city of Dallas. So that's 1/8 to 1/4 inch per foot. It's going to put that slope line right here. as far as the drop. So basically everything happens with gravity. So you can see here that you want this to drop at 1/4 inch per 1 foot, which equates to the same thing as saying every 4 feet is 1 foot of drop. So let me keep going here. And then your water table is pretty much level, equals out. Just look at this connection. This connection looks good. So now we're at 10 feet. All of this looks very good. This is all, and you can see, so now that we're here, this water line has dropped some, maybe not much actually. So let's just keep going and see. So we keep moving down through the line. Just got a little bit of water here, but I also dropped off of something. I felt like I stepped down off something here. Yeah, maybe not. So, all right, so let's see what happens here. So we're at 16 feet. You can see here, 16 feet. And we're going into a little bit of water here. It's not uncommon to have a little bit of water. When the camera head goes underwater, it's more of an issue, like about now, because the camera head's about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. So let's say at 18 feet. Yeah, see how this is holding water and nothing's moving right here. So now the camera head's completely under. So this line is about half full of water now. Now we're almost 3/4. Now we're underwater. It's odd that that's right there and there's no joint. Well, let's see if we come up on a joint here, because usually you don't have a slope run belly pitch like that unless there's a joint. But now we have solids here. This is all holding. This is going to cause hydropressure, which is a back pressure on that line when you flush. I think they're probably having some issues here already, because we're now 27 feet and this is just a long belly right here. Yeah, this is all very low. So you can't do a cure in place fix on this. This has to be lifted. Okay, and then we come out at 31 feet. So from 18 to 31 feet, but let me just see what this connection looks like here and why it's not a coincidence usually that the belly happens after a connection. Let me just look at this connection and see if I can see the top of it. I really want to see the top of this connection, because it's usually the reason why this happens. Yeah, the connection actually looks pretty good. I was thinking there would be some separation at the top, but I think it looks good. It goes back underwater. It's hard to tell 100%, but I think that's probably okay. So yeah, so it's just a slope issue right in there, but that long run definitely is going to back up. So when you build these lines out, they're made to support everything in the property running. So dishwasher draining, all the sinks on, all the showers running, toilets flushing at the same time, washing machine dumping water. These lines are made to handle that kind of, it's called drainage fixture unit. It's made to handle that DFU capacity. It's unlikely usually to have them all at the same time, but if you don't design the system that way, then it won't be a coincidence if you do that and it backs up. But in this case, you might be at half the capacity, because when you start dropping a lot of water, like from the washing machine and flushing 2 toilets and running a shower, this will cause back pressure because of the hitting the water. And then what happens is your solids will stay in the line, and then that becomes more of a problem. So let's see. Now we went underwater again here. So at 39 feet. Yeah, we drop under. We stay underwater this whole run right here. And this is all full of solids. Yeah, this is all full of water. It's completely full. So we haven't come back out of the water here yet. And we're at 50 feet under the house. Yeah, we're at 53 feet. Still underwater. This is all murky and holding solids in here, so there's really no water flow. And then that hits the back pipe. So from 39 to 61 feet, that's just a big long belly, kind of a banana base that's just holding water and going to cause back pressure on that. So that concludes the sewer inspection going under the property. I'm going to pull this back out and do a part 2 and go out to the curb now and see what that looks like.